Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you being here. So in this video, I kind of want to just go over the big purchase that I made yesterday into this 1996 EX 2000 Kobe Bryant rookie card. Just the first look at this card, I mean, it is absolutely stunning. I mean, it caught my eye pretty quick yesterday at the card show, and automatically I knew I had to have it. So just a little history behind this set. The design from this set came from the 95-96 Hoops Skyview set. So you can see the window lining right behind Kobe, and it's just a car that just kind of catches your eye altogether. You know, you have the sky view, and then you have the player right in front of it. It's probably one of my favorite Kobe cards now, besides his 96 Topps Chrome, which I also have. But this is probably one of my favorite pickups to date. So in this particular set, this EX 2000 set, it's comprised of 80 base cards, and, well, should I say 82 if you include the 2 checklists. And what's interesting about this is that there's only one base parallel to this set, and that parallel set is only numbered to 499, and it's known as the credentials. So it kind of looks similar to this. I'll actually put up a picture and tell you what it looks like, but at the top right corner it'll say credentials. So those parallels are super rare to even find one. I ran a couple of searches on eBay, and there's no recent sales of them. It's very rare parallel set to this base set to even find, especially Kobe Bryant. And if you do find that credentials card parallel, it's gonna cost you thousands of dollars. So I'm still after it though. I'm still, there'd be some cards interesting like that parallel I just mentioned, and this card that I see that might catch my eye. So maybe at a later date, if I find it raw, graded, whatever, I'll be able to afford it. But yeah, very interesting when I was reading up the history on it. Some of the other notable rookies in this set is, of course, first is always Kobe Bryant. It's going to be Ray Allen, Allen Iverson, and Stephon Marbury. And those other players are also my favorites growing up and watching those, especially Allen Iverson. He changed the game of basketball, and just as far as like trends, as far as just bringing the whole culture, to the industry. So that's very good to have. I'm going to show you guys graphs of this card in the next clip, but I wanted to actually mention also that this particular card, or this, actually I would say this whole entire set, is very hard to grade because of the green lining that's in the back and front. And also I want to mention that unlike most cards, it's kind of like a die cut and a cardboard put together. So you have initially two cards put together. It's not a super thick card, but it has the die cut kind of sky view together with the actual cardboard card. So that's probably the two biggest things to mention, is that the hardest is the green lining, because it's very easy to catch any type of scratching or wears on it, and then also the centering. The centering is also very difficult to actually find. It's hard to find a perfect center on this card. So this particular card that I picked up, I'm shooting for a 9. It could possibly be an 8, but I think I have a good chance at a 9. I think what's going to kind of take away the points the most in PSA's version is probably a whitening along the borders edges, and also the centering. The centering is actually not too bad, but slightly off-centered. Like I said, I'm hoping for at least an 8 or 9. That's what I'm going for. Definitely not a 10. The 10s are very scarce, and like I said, I'll show you guys the graphs in a bit. But when I do submit to PSA, I'm shooting for 8 or 9. So I'm hoping to get those those grades, and I'm hoping to. I'll probably send this through the fast order, so I'll pay a little bit above. I'll pay out the premium for it. But then again, I'm not in a rush to get this card graded. So I'm actually just gonna wait till PSA reopens, which should be about another month supposedly, to actually submit this card. But I might wait. It might go through the regular submission, but I could also have the choice to pay the premium. So either way, it's a win-win situation. I just want to get this slab, really. But I honestly don't see it being a 7 below an 8. So if it comes back a 7, I'm gonna be really disappointed. I really see this card as being an 8 or 9, but we'll see. Hey guys, so as promised, I ran the charts for the 96 Skybox EX2000 base of Kobe Bryant. Now, I ran 3 months back for the PSA 9, PSA 8, and the raw version. So obviously the PSA is more rare. The pop count is 735. And then with the PSA, the pop count is 1849. Now, as you can see, the raw copy, the highest it's gone over that 3-month period was about $1,200. So at this current time, the last known sale was for $405, and that was 2 days ago. So I bought this card about market price, market value, which I'm happy about. I had pulled the numbers even before purchasing that card to make sure that the seller wasn't going way above over comps. So he was actually selling it at market value. And as in every deal, I try to, as I mentioned yesterday, I try to offer the trade plus cash. He wasn't going for it, which is fine. Not all sellers or vendors are going to accept that. He wanted straight out cash, and as I mentioned yesterday in the video, he did not want to go down in price, which is completely understandable. I'd rather pay at market value than above market value. That's just me. Whether he made his profit or not, I have no idea. But I know as a buyer, I bought at market value, and I paid pretty much 100% comps. So, which is fine with me. If you saw my other video, I think it was episode 3, I talked about, finding the card that you want, finding the current market value for that card, and then possibly trying to get below that value if you can. It's not always going to happen. And you see the same thing online. Sellers, vendors will price items above comps And usually it's a bargaining strategy. They're going to list it above comps, hoping to get that price. If not, they're going to negotiate down. But I don't think if they were smart enough and they had done their research, they would never sell at below comps. And most sellers know what they're doing. They're not stupid, so they're going to sell either at comps or above comps. Now, if they're asking for an extraordinary amount above comps, you as a buyer need to do your research and try to negotiate with that seller and to at least notify him that the comps did this, or did, whatever price range that was. But yeah, it's typical for the vendor or seller to list prices above comps because it's a negotiating strategy to get it to where they want. So some of you may have known that, some of you may not. It's just knowledge to put out there. I've bought as a buyer. I've gone through the whole eBay experience for years now. Of course, I'm hitting up more card shows, so I'm having more conversations with these buyers. I'm having more transactions. I'm having more transactions and communication with the sellers as a buyer. I'm hoping to become a vendor in the future. So, you might see me in the future becoming a vendor at a card show pretty soon. I've already discussed and kind of contemplated into being a seller at these card shows. I think it brings extraordinary advantage. As far as like the additional fees, they are excluded out of the transaction, and I think as a seller, that's the biggest advantage. So the last thing I want to mention was the rare parallel set to this base set. And what I'm looking at all this research from cardboardconnection.com. If you don't know the site, feel free to look it up. They provide great information. And I particularly look it up if I want to find any information on sets, parallel sets, any type of box set that I'm interested in. I look into this, and they'll give you detailed information of what's contained in that box. Hobby box, doesn't matter. Hobby box, retail, doesn't really matter. They'll tell you what's inside that box. So I wanted to mention that, like I said earlier, that I wanted to mention this, what it looks like compared the credentials parallel set compared to the base set. So these are the two comparisons. As you can see, it's a white borderline. It may be clear. It may be clear or white borderline. And on the upper right hand corner, it says credentials. So if you see this card being sold, just know that it is a very, very rare parallel set from this base set. So even to have this card is absolute, amazing. And like I said, it's going to be numbered. I think I mentioned $4.99 out of $4.99. Yeah, it's right here. The credential set number to $4.99. So even to get this graded, you automatically know it's going to be low pop. But I'm still going after this card, like I said. So who knows? Maybe one of these days I come up to a card show and somebody's selling it. And, if I can possibly get a good price point for it, or maybe possibly do a trade, I will do it. We shall see. But that's all, folks. I'm glad that you stayed till the end of this video. I'm going to come out with more content. I'm looking to push more content. I'm looking to actually push in 2 or 3 videos per week. My schedule is kind of hectic right now, but I'm going to see what I can do. But that's my goal, is to push out 2 or 3 videos per week to bring you guys more content from these card shows. I have another card show coming up next weekend that I could possibly attend. I'll be showing you guys content from there. And then also, I'm also open to whatever you guys recommend. If you guys want to see something in particular, or if you want me to research something for you, either a base set, parallel set, a specific card, just anything in general with sports cards, feel free to instant message me. My IG is still the same. It's at Prodigy Card Collector. Feel free to message me. Mention in the comments that you're interested in me researching a particular topic for you, and I'll be more than happy to do that for you. But yeah, let me know. Thanks, guys, for watching. I appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and I will see you later.